We got a break, though. Back with Bill Freehan. After this, the old Tiger, 11-time All-Star. Man, I tell you, looking up his career, what a career this guy had.
Boy, what a player he was. Wow.
They had a great crowd there, by the way, for Denny and McAuliffe. And who was the third guy there?
Oh, the last time at that book signing?
Yeah.
Oh,
was it Magic or?
It
was another 68
right.
Tiger. Well, anyway.
Oh, shoot.
Freehan, the old All-Star, coming up.
101 WRIF Detroit.
It's the International House of Sausage.
Drew and Mike in the morning with Rock.
All right, the old stud Tiger himself, Bill Freehan, in a second. But first, it's 53 outside. It's supposed to be just 57 today, down to 47 tonight for Tiger baseball. Twins are in town. 70-ish tomorrow, partly cloudy, and then Sunday, they say plenty of sun in the high and low 70s. Oh, that'd be sweet. And then Monday, partly cloudy, high in the mid-70s. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling fine.
Oh,
Good,
man.
good.
God, I used to watch you as a kid. How cool to talk to you, man.
Well, I'm getting older, but it's just looking forward to seeing what the Tigers do this year.
Yeah, it should be interesting. Bill, we've been reading a lot of Denny McLain's book. I always collected cards as a kid, and, it was always exciting to get a Bill Freehan card because you were an All-Star 11 times. And, of course, there's that famous picture of you holding Lolich after Game 7. By the way, was he a little heavy?
At that point in time, no. And he jumps into your arms. You just won the World Series. He was very late.
That's got to be one of the most famous sports pictures in Michigan history, I would think.
A lot of people send cards like that to my home and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I can avoid that mail if I want.
You had a big part in that series, too, that infamous throw from Horton to you in Game 5 when you got Lou Brock at the plate.
He chose not to slide and tried to run me over, and he wasn't very successful. But
No.
I've got the World Series ring.
Yeah, that's right. Wow, how sweet it is. Well, anyway, in reading Denny's book, it's interesting. I always remember you as being a perennial All-Star and all that, but I didn't realize I think you were second in MVP voting in 67, and were you third in 68, or was it the other way around?
I have no idea.
Oh, you guys always say that. But
no, I really don't.
You really don't?
No.
Well, I forgot.
No, I know I wasn't the MVP, so it didn't.
Well, I'd forgotten that you were that close to the top, in terms of MVP voting. I know you had just a sequence of fantastic years, but, in reading that and the way you called a game and clutch hits and whatnot, I'm really surprised that you're not closer to the Hall of Fame.
Well, if you compare catchers, catchers are special.
Yeah.
I don't come to the ballpark thinking offense.
Mm-hmm.
And even though, it's important and everything like that, my concentration as I was riding to the ballpark every day would be on defense and who's pitching today and what we did yesterday. And to see somebody being an All-Star 11 times and you were putting up 20, 25 homers a year, 80, 85 RBIs, for quite a stretch there, those are usually Hall of Fame type numbers for a catcher, though. I would agree with you. Somebody else has to do those things, and you don't do it by yourself. The sports writers take a lot of things into account.
Well, what are you doing these days, Bill?
Well, I live in Petoskey, Michigan. I had been working for the Tigers until the last couple of years. I was the organizational catching instructor, but I retired, and I'm raking my leaves in Petoskey on Balloon Lake.
How those
ride my bike every day.
How are your knees holding up?
Oh, my knees are fine. I ride a mountain bike about 2 hours every day from Petoskey to Charlevoix.
Jeez. Boy. Do you miss...
my legs are fine.
I see you signed with the Tigers in 1961 for a $100,000 bonus, which your dad held back from you till you graduated from U of M?
Yeah. Well, that was an agreement with he and I.
Wow. So
he just wanted to make sure that I finished up what I started, which was college education. And obviously, it took me a little longer, year by year, but ultimately he let me use some of my money.
Well, I hope so. God,
But no, I mean, he was a great guy.
I would just think, Bill, you'd be driving around looking at those car lots going, oh, boy, sure would be nice to have a Corvette or something like that.
Well, I had a Bonneville convertible. That was part of my bonus.
Bonneville convertible.
That's pretty sweet. Actually, those were nice cars.
Oh, that's 1961. I wish I had that for the Woodward Cruise.
Oh, yeah, for the Dream Cruise, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bill, it must blow your mind to do stuff. I know this Saturday you're at Livonia Mall Sunday you're at Livonia Mall from 1 to 3. Mickey Stanley, 12 to 2 Saturday. Bill Freehan, 1 to 3 on Sunday. And, again, the point being, it must be incredible to see people lining up after all this time because that team means so much to them.
Well, it's fun. There's a lot of collectors and those kind of things, and young kids. It's amazing. I'm amazed that, they still remember me.
So, of all the guys you caught in your Detroit career, and, boy, you played here a long time, who shook you off the most?
Probably McLean.
How did I know that?
I don't know. Sometimes I know he was going to shake me off, so if I put one thing down, he put the other. So if I wanted to get the other pitch, I I do it in reverse.
Bill, it must be amazing to look back, for example, at Denny and Mickey Lolich, too, see the kind of innings those guys were throwing. And now, you're watching the Tiger game, and it gets around the sixth inning, and, Verlander's up, and not just Verlander, but, pitcher's up to around 100 pitches. I got to get him out of there pretty quick. Now, what do you think of that? Do you think, well, this is smart, we got to save these guys' arms, or do you kind of think of these young guys pussies, or what?
And obviously, they would like to stay in there, but the specialization that exists, especially in the closer and the setup guy and all that, that didn't exist in the era that we played. And if it, in the long run, allows a pitcher to extend his career by 2 or 3 years, very good. Mickey Lolich, Denny McLean, look at their complete games. When Mayo Smith went out to take the ball from Denny wouldn't give him to him and said, go back, I'm going to finish it. And Lolich was the same way.
I was just looking at your career at Michigan. You hit .585 in the Big Ten, and that's a record that still holds.
Is it?
Yep.
We were using wood bats.
Did you play football at Michigan, too?
Yeah.
No kidding.
I was actually on a football scholarship.
Wow. And what position were you playing?
Tight end and a linebacker.
Did you play both ways?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. He says, yeah, like it's no big deal.
Yeah, right. Just to walk on.
It's funny talking to you old-timers. It's like just no big deal. But, nowadays, nobody does that.
You're right. but I wasn't sure, whether maybe football was a career. And I roomed mostly with football guys. And I wasn't sure which one might be a career. Don Lund was the baseball coach, and Bump Elliott was the football coach.
Sure.
And both of those guys had played both sports, and they let me do the same thing.
Looking at your stats, you had 200 career home runs, almost 800 RBIs. Those were big numbers at that time. And, in fact, in '68, you hit .282, which was ninth in the league in batting. What is it? It must kind of irritate you to see some of these inflated numbers now because it's really hard to appreciate guys that played in the 50s and 60s and 70s when, the numbers just, it's almost like you're in a different era. You're in the dead ball era or something.
That's true. I don't know if it's weak pitching or steroids or anything like that, but...
expansion, too, I'm sure, is part of it.
Yeah. And we all had jobs in the wintertime.
Amazing.
That's just unbelievable.
Amazing, mind-blowing.
What did you do in the off-season, Bill?
Worked for Chrysler Corporation and did some things like that.
Yeah, I'm sure being Bill Freehan didn't hurt any when you were looking for a job. Although it's a shame you had to have a job.
That was good because ultimately I probably did better in business than I ever did in baseball.
Is that right?
Al Kaline made $100,000. I might have made 83 or something like that. But cars didn't cost a whole lot at that point in time. And
yeah, it was a lot of money then.
Yeah, it was. So things were good.
And plus you had your dad all over your butt and make sure you didn't blow your money, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Talking to Bill Freehan. And again, Bill's at Livonia Mall Sunday from 1 to 3. Mickey Stanley, 12 to 2 on Saturday. And I see Denny is going to precede you on Sunday.
Well, good.
Yeah. By the way, you're probably going to be the last catcher in Major League history to catch a 30-game winner.
That and $20 will get me a meal.
Well, it's still pretty incredible.
Anyway,
I'm just curious when Denny won his 30th, and I'm sure you were probably catching that day, or you were catching 31, or you probably caught at least 29 or 28 of those wins. Did it dawn on you how huge that was? Because I know Dizzy Dean was the last one to do it in 1934. Did it seem like that big a thing at the time, or has time made it much larger?
he was such a success in '68, and I mean, he had good stuff. And at times would even tell guys what he was throwing. And the guys would step out of the batter's box and say, "He could tell me the truth." I said, "If you want to believe him, go ahead." But, and that would, in some cases, blow their mind worse than knowing or not knowing what's coming.
God, that's incredible.
It was fun in that era. You played baseball because you liked to. You enjoyed it. You never thought that the monies that are out there today would ever exist, but God bless the guys that are there.
I hear you.
We had good times and had a lot of fun.
It must be, as a catcher, and I'm sure you're kind of a perfectionist, most catchers are, it must be exciting to watch Pudge Rodriguez catch a game because, first of all, the guy just is phenomenal at throwing people out at second base, and he calls a damn good game. But what are your thoughts on Pudge?
He's outstanding. He's a good leader, a great talent.
Who do you think is most impressive on the Tiger pitching staff? We all look up and see Joel Zumaya and the 102 miles an hour, and Verlander hits 100 once in a while. Bonderman's a great pitcher, but who impresses you the most of all those guys as you watch the Tigers now?
I like Bonderman, Verlander. I like those two guys.
Bill, it's a great honor to talk to you, and I know you'll have a great crowd at Livonia Mall. Again, it's 1 to 3 on Sunday.
Yep.
And Mickey Stanley will be there Saturday, 12 to 2, and I guess Denny McClain is, I guess he's going to be there from 1 to 2, signing his book while you're there.
Well, very good.
So we'll see the old battery together. But, Bill, it's such an honor to talk to you.
Well, I enjoyed it.
Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, Bill.
Take care.
Bye-bye. But what a funny story. His dad won't let him spend his $100,000.
Yeah.
5 years.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine a dad trying to pull that stunt today?
I know. It's exactly what... I swear to God, it's exactly what I was thinking. That just would not happen today.
No.
It would just never happen.
No, times are so different now.
But, $100,000 bonus in 1961, that says something about this guy. My God, is that a huge bonus for 61?
A ton.
It's amazing how often in baseball the big bonus guys don't pan out. But this guy played 15 years for the Tigers and, World Series champion, 11-time All-Star, 5 Gold Gloves. I got to say, I really think the Tigers are getting screwed in a few places when it comes to the Hall of Fame. Jack Morris and Bill Freehan are two of the best examples, and I hope the Veterans Committee at some point, looks into that. Because, you printed this thing off here about Freehan. I mean, does this blow your mind a little bit, 11-time All-Star?
Yeah, when I was reading those numbers, it was blowing my mind. For sure.
5-time Gold Glove. Mm-hmm. He had all the catching records when he retired, which Fisk
broke.
Yeah, Fisk broke.
Boone and Fisk.
Whoa. You just blew my mind.
And he played his whole career for the Tigers, too, 61 to 76. What's funny about that $100,000 bonus? He was a Tiger, a starter in 64 and 65 before he got that dough from his dad.
Yeah.
But wasn't it funny that Freehan kind of acted like, well, he did give me the money. Like that was like giving him a break or something. God, what a ball player. Livonia Mall, Bill Freehan Sunday, 1 to 3. And I guess Denny McClain's there 1 to 2. And Saturday, Mickey Stanley from 12 to 2. And Denny is signing his book if you go there. So, okay, Bill Freehan on the riff, 101 WRIF.
Downward singles. The Tigers mobbed on. Kaline has scored. The fans are streaming on the field. And the Tigers have won their first pennant since 1945. Let's listen to the Bedlam.